So let's create this send notification to driver now in our assistant methods dart. So we have to go to assistant method dart, and here we can write static send notification to driver now, and we have to get device registration token and string user ride request id and context. We can make this asynchronous as well. And now here we can write string destination address equals to user drop off address, and map string header notification equals to content type application JSON, and authorization we can create a new variable in our global.dart. String cloud messaging server token equals to, now we have to get our token, server token. So for that we have to go to our Google Cloud and write here cloud messaging API, and we have to enable this cloud messaging API. Then in our project go to project settings, and then under cloud messaging we can see this server key, cloud messaging API. So copy this and we can paste it here by writing key equals to server key. And here in our assistant methods.dart we can write cloud messaging server token, and then we can add another map body notification equals to body destination address dot, and title new trip request. Then we can add another map data map equals to click underscore action Flutter underscore notification underscore click, then id 1 and status done, and write request id should be user write request id. Then we can add another thing, var response notification http dot, before that we have to go here, and here we can write import package http dot as http, and now here we can write http dot post, URI dot parts http is fcm dot google apis.com/fcm/send, and header notification, and body JSON encode official notification format. We have to add another map that I forgot to add, map official notification format, notification body notification, and data map priority high, and 2 device registration token. And now here in our body we can write official notification format. So let's save this. So our send notification to driver function is done. Let's go to our drivers app, and here in our drivers app go to tab pages and home tab, and inside this home tab we have to create push notification. So for that we can create a new directory, directory push notification, and inside it we are going to make two Dart file. One is notification notification underscore dialog underscore box, and another one is push notification system. Now let's create our push notification, and before that, in our XML file, go to Android app source, then main, and here you can see Android manifest file. I have already done some changes. This intent filter, just copy this and paste on your code below this intent filter. So Android name equals to Flutter notification click and Android intent category default. So now let's go back to our push notification, and here we can add class push notification system, Firebase messaging equals to Firebase messaging dot instance, and then future initialize cloud messaging build context. We can make this asynchronous as well, and then if terminated when the app is closed and open directly from the notification, push notification. Then Firebase messaging dot instance dot get initial message dot then instead of value we can write remote message. If we can add a null check here, so if remote message not equals to null, then we have to create another function. So let's write this read user write request information remote message dot data write request id dot context. Now below this we can just copy this and paste it, and then string user write request id build context. And before that we can write rest of the part of our initialize cloud messaging function. So second option, foreground when the app is open and receives a push notification. So Firebase messaging dot on message dot listen instead of event we can add remote message, and here you can add read user write request information. We can just copy this and paste it. User, yes, we can add a null check here. So that's it, and then in the background when the app is in the background and opened directly from the push notification. So Firebase messaging dot on message open the app dot listen. Instead of this event we can again write remote message, and here we can just copy this and paste it. And our push notification class and initialize cloud messaging function is done. Now let's create this function. So Firebase database dot instance dot ref dot child all write requests dot child user write request id dot child driver id dot on value dot listen. And here if event dot snapshot dot value equals waiting, or event dot snapshot dot value equals Firebase auth dot current user dot uid, then Firebase database dot instance dot ref dot child all write requests dot child user write request id dot once dot then snap data. And here we can add another if snap data dot snapshot dot value not equals to null, then we can use our audio player we have to add another variable in our global.dart. So let's go to global.dart and add assets audio player equals to assets audio player. And now let's go back to our push notification, and here we can write audio player dot open audio music slash music underscore notification dot mp3 audio player dot play. And now we can write double origin lat equals to double dot parse snap data dot snapshot dot value as map origin, and here we can write latitude. Then double origin equals to double dot parse snap data dot snapshot dot value as map origin longitude. String origin address equals to snap data dot snapshot dot value as map origin address. Then we can copy this and paste it for our destination address. So instead here we can write destination lat and destination lng longitude, and instead of this origin you can write destination, and here also write destination, and here you can write destination address, and here let's change this origin address to destination address as well. And now we can add a string username equals to snap data dot snapshot dot value as map username, and then string user phone equals to snap data dot snapshot dot value as map user phone. String write request id equals to snapdata.snapshot.key, and here we can add user right. Okay, we have to add another model class. So go to models and add new Dart file, user underscore write underscore request underscore information. Here we can add class user write request information. Latlang origin address, origin latlang, then latlang destination latlang, and string origin address, then string destination address, and string write request ID, and string username, string user phone, and then user write request information, this dot origin latlang, this dot destination latlang, this dot origin address, this dot destination address, this dot request write request ID, this dot username, and this dot user phone. So our model class is done. Now go back to our push notification, and here we can write user write request information, user write request information equals to user write request information, and user write request information dot origin latlang equals to latlang origin lat origin longitude let's import our Google Maps Flutter, and origin address equals to origin address user write request information dot destination latlang equals to latlang destination lat and destination longitude. Then user write request information dot destination address equals to destination address, and then user write request information dot username equals to username, and user write request information dot user phone equals to user phone. We can actually change this to user write request details. So user write request details dot write request id equals to write request id, and then we can show a dialog, show dialog context build context and we have to add a notification dialog box which we will implement later. Notification dialog box, and else we can show a Flutter toast dot show toast this write request id do not exists. And here we can add another else for this if we can add another Flutter toast dot show toast this write request has been cancelled. So navigator dot pop. So now let's create this notification dialog box here in our notification dialog box. So we can write import material.dart, then stateful widget notification dialog box, and here we can remove this and write user write request information notification dialog box, then this dot is the write request information, or you can change this to details. And here we can add our bool dark theme equals to media query dot off context dot platform brightness equals brightness dot dark. And now instead of this placeholder we can return a dialog, and shape should be around rounded rectangle border, and border radius should be border radius dot circular 24. Then background color to colors dot transparent, and elevation should be 0. Then child we can add a container, and here we can use margin edge insets dot all value to 8, width double dot infinity, and decoration, box decoration, border radius dot circular around 10, color dark theme, colors dot black, colors dot white. Then we can add a child and add column, main axis size dot minimum, children image dot asset, so online driver data dot card type, we have to add card type in our online driver data, so string car underscore type, and here also add string card type, and from here we can add our card type. Instead of this car color, add car type, card details. Let's go to our console.firebase.com and see what's happening. Inside this card details we have type, so let's add here type. So that's it. Now we can write here, you can write car type equals if car, then images slash card.png, or online driver data dot card type equals cng, then images slash cng dot png, images slash byte dot png. Size box height 10, and then we can add title, text, new ride request, new ride request, style, text style, font weight dot bold, and font size to 22, and color, if dark theme, then colors dot amber dot shade 400, and or colors dot blue. Size box height 14. Then add a divider, height 2, thickness 2, and color, if dark theme, then colors dot amber dot shade 400 or colors dot blue. Let's add a padding edge insets dot all to 20. Then child column children row children image dot asset images slash origin dot png. Width to 30 and height should be around 30 as well. Then add a size box of width 10, expanded widget, child container, child text, widget dot user write request details dot origin address, style textile, font size to 16, and color, we can just copy this and paste it here. And after this row, let's add another size box of height 20 and then another row for our destination. So children image dot asset images slash destination dot png. Width 30 and height should be 30 as well. And after this, let's add a size box of 10, width 10, and here we can add expanded widget, child container, child text, widget dot user write request details dot destination address. Style textile, font size to 16 and color dark theme. Let's just copy this and paste it again. And after this padding, we can add a divider of height 2 and thickness 2, and let's paste this and then add another button for cancel buttons for cancelling and accepting the write request. So let's add a padding age insets dot all to 20, then child row main axis alignment dot center, then children elevated button child on pressed style elevated button dot style form primary colors dot red, and on pressed we can write audio player dot pause and audio player dot stop and audio player equals to assets audio player. So if I just cancel the right, then navigator dot pop, and inside this child you can write cancel to upper class style text style font size to 415. Then after this elevated button we can add size box of width 20, and here we can add elevated button on pressed we can write audio player dot pause audio player dot stop and audio player equals to assets audio player, and we can write another function except write request, and we can send the context. Let's style this elevated button style elevated button dot style form primary colors dot green, child text except dot to uppercase and style text style font size around 15 as well.